live in 10 minutes. It should be live now.
It says that all the time, love.
No, it doesn't. Hey everybody, it's David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsiderRebel.com. And we're coming to you live on I-10 eastbound. Just having left Van Horn, Texas 2 hours back. And we're on our way to Fredricksburg, Texas. You're riding along in a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45LP. We're 42,000 pounds, 45 feet long. And we're pulling a trailer, a flatbed aluminum trailer behind us with our Tesla Model X on board. Hang on one second while I check the audio, make sure everything's working well here. You're riding along. Yep. Okay, so good. Hey, so anyways, we are live and things are going well. Travel has been very good this morning, knock on wood. And Brenda, as you can see, is at the helm. And
Nice and smooth road, hardly any traffic. It's great.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Look, 8.0 miles per gallon. We do have a little bit of wind, but it's pushing us right now because it's to our back, so that's great. It's helping with our fuel mileage. Plus, I'm driving, so you know it always tends to go up then.
Yeah, we tend to do better when Brenda drives for some reason. So if you have any questions, chat window's there. We're here. Say hello if you want to say hello. If you got any questions or anything we might be able to answer for you, please feel free to put them in the chat session, and we check in on it once in a while there and see if we can answer any of your questions. I know we have a lot of followers that are with us almost on every one of these drives.
Yeah.
And feel free, of course, you guys who know some of our answers, to answer them via chat if you want to. Other than that, Loki is right down here laying at our feet like always.
Fast asleep.
Fast asleep, that's right. So it should be streaming nicely at this point. What we're going to end up doing is we'll stream this for a while and talk and do some chatting, and then what will happen later is we will probably stop the stream for a little while, because when we exit I-10 and start to go into the back road area to go over to Fredricksburg, we do know there's poor cell phone reception out there.
Yeah.
4G reception. So we do know we'll be having to turn it. We'll just keep losing you over and over again. So what we'll end up doing at some point is we'll stop this feed, and then when we know we're back into a good area before we get into Fredricksburg, we'll pick the feed back up. Will we be entering on the side of Frederick? Do we have to go through the town of Fredericksburg too, or are we coming on the other side?
No, we're going to be on the other. We're going to be on the side where the park is.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I had thought. I wasn't sure, but
I mean, we're on the outskirts of it. We'll see a tiny bit of the town, but not much.
We had an interesting thing yesterday happen to us at the stop we had. We had two followers pull in next to us. They were
for our night stop.
Yeah, our night stop in Van Horn, Texas. We had two of our followers stop. They stopped at the same park and came. And it's back wherever it is in California. Who ran into us at the same campground. Overnight campground.
David's just turning the fan on so the camera doesn't overheat because the sun is directly in front of us.
Pamela, we are using to stream. We're using WeBoost. That's our amplification system. But we have a number of jetpacks that are connected to it, and so I'm actually hardwired the jetpacks, the antenna ports of the jetpacks directly to the WeBoosts to give me the best possible chance of getting a good broadcast. or it gives us the best possible chance of data in general.
Right. But as everybody knows, you can't boost what you can't see. So if there's very limited data or no data, you go through a dead zone, you can't boost anything. So, and that's, in Fredricksburg area, or going into Fredricksburg into the backcountry there, the windy road and stuff is just very spotty.
Mama Gut says, good morning from Texas, David and Brenda. You're catching Fredericksburg at a nice time of year. Yes, we are. Unfortunately, looking at the forecast, we got rain for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks, Fredericksburg or Texas. I don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. We just looked at the forecast, and we got rain all this coming week. And I looked in the next week, and it seems like we got rain next week, too. So it's like,
well, it has time to change.
Well, I doubt it will. Yeah, Pamela, if you just bought a WeBoost and are installing it, the inside antenna, if you have a jetpack that you're using for data, you're going to want to, after you have it up and running and mounted on your roof and you have the inside antenna, you're going to want to take your jetpack and put it right on top of the inside antenna. That will give you your best data reception that you can get. Just so take your jetpack and Velcro it right there next to the antenna, or right on top of the antenna, the inside antenna. Good morning, Adam Parks and Rich Lamos. Hello, Rich and Sue. Tony, your wife should drive your 40-foot motor coach. You got to, how Brenda learned to drive, well, why don't you explain it, love?
Well, how I learned was once David felt comfortable enough and proficient enough, he gave me some pointers. But how I learned was on a stretch of highway, the easiest way is easy on, easy off is the rest stops in an area that you know. So the rest stops aren't too far away. Sometimes rest stops are 90 to 100 miles away. That might be too much for your first time. So pick an area that you're familiar with, get a rest stop that's maybe, 20 minutes down the road, easy on and off, and get used to the size and the weight and everything of your coach, and that's how. Then you get, I've been driving since 2008 when we had our first coach, and it's just like driving a car for me now. It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah, it's something that, as Brenda mentioned, you get used to, and once you get used to it, you're proficient in it, and you're fine. It's just getting over that hurdle of, oh my gosh, this thing is so big.
Well, and
that's what she said.
It's just like the first time you learned to drive, your car. When you were a teenager or whatever, that's daunting and that's scary at first, but you got over it and you drive your car just fine. Same thing. You just have to understand your size and your weight and your turning radius. There's driving classes you can take. If you're really nervous, that they will give you great pointers and everything. Certainly don't start out in a city or anything. Be out at we're in open stretch, flat, nothing road. Right now, hardly any traffic. The funny thing is, every time I start to drive, for some reason, I get into construction and weather. David might have clear sailings and everything, but I always get construction and weather.
Ooh, that's a big machine.
Yeah, it is.
That's a very big machine. There's another one up here.
So yeah, look into driving classes. Just go to an empty, large parking lot. And you can just, learn your turning radius and get used to being behind the wheel. That's also a good thing to do, is just, get used to it. Just drive back and forth in a large parking lot, like a big empty mall, because malls are certainly closing down left and right around the country.
Another big machine. Woo. Team Terry RV, the new trailer is pulling great.
Yes.
It's really doing a fine job. In fact, here, let me show you guys the trailer and also Loki. Hang on, we're gonna go for a ride. Woo! First off, here's your
Loki cam.
You can see he really is stressed out.
He does really well traveling. He just passes right out, gets up, stretches. He'll go back and get some water. He'll come back, go back to sleep.
Loki cam. And here's our, let's see if I can get this shot. So there's our trailer with our Tesla on it back there, kind of hard in the sunlight reflection here. There it is. Doing really well back there, tracking really well. Bounce. So cool, huh? Why I got you out, I might as well show you a tour of the coach, huh?
Yeah.
So this is what the coach looks like closed up for those of you who haven't seen it before. It's plenty of space to walk through and everything. No issues whatsoever. My coffee machine, for those of you who always ask, how is it staying there? It's Velcroed down to the countertop. It won't go anywhere. This is just a floor mat that we put down in front of our sink when we're parked. Our sink's back here. All back here. This is our powder room, so we can use the bathroom when we're traveling. And this is what you guys look like. Aren't you cute? That's the Mevo Plus camera. That's what's doing our broadcasting right now. Cool, huh? And back here is our bedroom. All closed up, of course. This all expands out on both sides. And then all the way in the back is our bathroom and our walk-in closet and shower and stuff. I don't know if you can see any of that back there. I'm gonna go put you back now on the little docking station. There's cockpit. It's hard to see. The sun obviously is.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put you back on the little docking, the little battery boost. There we go. Okay, let's see. Robert says, hello from Memphis. Long time no see. Where are you heading? We're heading to Fredricksburg, Texas, where we'll be for a week, maybe 2 weeks. Right now it looks like a week, though, because the weather looks like it's just not going to cooperate. Are you belted in? It doesn't look like it. No, I was just walking around the coach. So we're 3 hours and 12 minutes to our destination, which is a place called the Vineyards RV Park in Fredricksburg, Texas. Nice place. We won't have to unhook our trailer or anything because they're really long pull-through sites. The Micro 7 camera should be online.
That one you do have to, it stops after 3 minutes. You do have to refresh.
Oh, it says camera is offline.
Oh.
Huh. Don't know why.
I do see some wires hanging down.
There are some wires hanging down, isn't there? That's weird.
Were you messing around with it yesterday when we
No, I
parked?
didn't mess around with it. Thanks for letting us know it's offline. Don't know why it's offline. Let me reboot it.
Wait, let me put this up.
Thank you. Don't mind me being in front of you here. I'm going to reboot the camera and see if it comes back online. It was online earlier. I checked it.
there's a rest area coming up.
Did you want to take that or not?
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Okay, Brenda's going to take a rest area so we can get Loki out and stuff.
2 miles.
So we'll see if that camera comes back online. I just rebooted it, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know why it's offline, to tell you the truth. So Brenda's going to take this rest stop coming up. And when we get closer, I'll...
Would you mind buckling in?
I will.
Since we are going to be going into a rest area. David does normally travel buckled in. For some reason, he was walking around and stuff, which is fine. But he normally is buckled in.
Okay, camera's back online. Thank you for letting me know. For those of you wondering what they're referring to is we have a live camera here. Here's the link. And we're coming to the rest stop. I'm going to turn you around so you can see.
I just wanted you buckled in case I have to stop suddenly if somebody pulls out in front of me or something. Because you never know.
Yeah. We're at the rest stop here. Engine brake.
I got it.
Okay, I already got it.
Yeah.
Great.
It's all good.
Trailer braking good. Yep, feels good. The trailer really does really fine braking on. Like it a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, tight. These people have their slide out slightly.
Yes.
Don't know why the heck they would do that.
Maybe that's the only way they can get to their bathroom.
Oh, it could be.
Some people are like that with their coaches, which sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to go right behind.
That semi, yeah.
Or do you want me to go over here?
You mean past this one?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, do that.
Okay.
Or going behind here, or go. Take your pick, love.
I'm already going over here.
Okay.
Or else I would have moved over.
Yep. Yep. Local.
Good morning.
I'm gonna put the computer down for a minute. While Brenda will take over with the computer and push the button for me. Yeah. Hey, you want me to try to take you guys outside to see the trailer hooked up and everything? I can try to do that. I don't know if it will stay connected, but I'll try. And then you can see the trailer, and I got to check a tire sensor back there, which for some reason it's not, the tire sensor is not reading on the TPMS. Oh, maybe it is not. Buddy.
I'm back.
I just switched our server over to redundant mode to try to keep that signal going. For some reason,
That
we're
means
losing
nothing to me.
I know. I was talking to the people.
Okay.
Letting them know. Some reason our data's going in and out. So.
All right.
So I'm going to check the trailer while Brenda checks the dog.
Checks the dog. Check, check, check. It's good. Hey, buddy. You ready?
Now
Okay.
you'll notice Loki should sit by the door and wait for Brenda to tell him to come out. That's for his safety that he's been taught to do
Loki
that.
sits.
So he should sit there and not go out the door, like bolt out a door like you see other dogs possibly do. He
Zits.
should wait until Brenda gives him the okay.
Zits.
Looks like right now a truck's coming by, so obviously that would not have been a good thing if the dog just darted out.
Okay.
There we go.
You coming? All right.
And I don't know if this is going to stay connected or not, so hopefully it will. We'll see. Here's our trailer. Here's our Tesla Model X, 2020 Model X. Perhaps make sure nothing is shifted, make sure the car is still Ooh, coach is a mess. Can't wait to wash it. There's Brenda out there with Loki. Hopefully he's not getting goat head in his feet. Okay, come back in. I hope that worked. I'll be taking over driving here, and like I said, I hope the data connection stayed up and running. If not, oh well, I tried, right? That sunlight is just killing us today. It's just a very, 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 very bright. Let's see if I can make some adjustments here to the exposure. It might be a little too bright now. Try that. See if that does it. It might not be too bad. It's just a lot of brightness today. That'll help. We're just waiting on Bren, and then we'll get out of here and take a look at what you got going on. But for those of you who don't know us and finding us for the first time, hi, I'm David. My wife is Brenda, outsideourbubble.com. That was our Garmin 780 GPS. Telling us to continue on the road. Yes, we will. We'll be making a fuel stop. Oh, I can actually look that up right now, actually. Up ahead. Let's see. That's not what I want. Let's see. See if that's going to do it. Probably not. Love's Country Store? No, that's not what I want. Have not gotten used to their new menu. See if that does it. Nope. Well, I'll have to just wait and see. Not sure where Brenda is. That's kind of making me wonder because she usually doesn't take this long at a rest stop. Usually it does not take this long, that's for sure. Internet's going in and out, just so you know. Ah.
Can I close that cabinet?
Actually. Hey, buddy. You gonna drive? There you go. Thank you, buddy. I have a quarter of a tank of fuel, love. So traffic and internet was going in and out, like I said. Internet's going in and out.
On I10 168 miles.
And we're good. We are now tracking. My bad. Trying to get up to speed here. And now we're locked in at 70 miles per hour. Everything's running well. Loki's happy. Did he go?
Just peed.
Okay.
Somebody actually dumped a whole bunch of horse manure out there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that was lovely. But he's happy. He's got his bully stick. He's just happy to be out, stretching his legs, smelling all the smells,
Doing what he does.
doing what dogs do. Got a couple goat heads in his paws, but nothing major. Not like the other places.
So we're 3 hours to our destination. We will be making one fuel stop along the way. Just got to figure out where that is.
That's what I'm looking at now.
I have just over a quarter of a tank of gas left. We're currently averaging 7.7 miles per gallon.
So did you want to hit that one in Sonora?
We're going to hit the first one.
So that's a Love's if you want to try and find that on your GPS.
Well, I typed in Loves, but I didn't, like...
Doesn't love Love's?
Doesn't love Loves, yeah. If I do where to... Do you have an address?
Yes. 67.
Loop,
L.
Sonora,
Texas.
88 miles. Oh, we can easily make that.
Well, you said you wanted to take the first one.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking 88 miles. Yeah, we'll do that.
Continue on I-10.
Right now on my EFS app, which is that new, the different fuel prices. So this one is $2.17.
Wow.
Yeah.
$2.17. Wow.
$2.17. If we would have gone to the one further, which is Pilot Flying J, it's $2.25.
Now this is a Love's. Yeah, you said
This is a Love's, yes.
So you can actually turn on the pump right from the app
Yes, I can. Once we're there, yes.
once we're there. So
Obviously,
Brenda
yes.
will be able to activate the pump. Right when we pull in, she'll get the pump number.
Which is tied to the discount fuel card. So you get the discount fuel card and you tie it to your Love's app. And then when you're at a Love's fuel stop, you pull in so you see what pump number you're at. You go to the Love's app and you can activate that pump. And it does it with the discount card and everything. Like magic.
And how do you get that discount card?
You get that discount card, you have to go online. Let me find the link and I can put it in there.
So Brenda's going to find the link and put it in the chat session.
And if you happen to apply for the card, if you wouldn't mind letting them know, reference us.
David Bott.
Yes, reference David Bott. That's how you heard about it, because then after the first, I believe it is after the first 100 gallons that you pump, we would get a discount on our next fuel or something. There's
Referral credit.
yes, a referral credit.
So our fuel stop is in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So there is some hills, not mountains, but hills. We're currently, as I mentioned, we're on I-10 eastbound. Currently at mile marker.
Well, it's coming right up right here. I-10 eastbound, mile marker 316.
That's where we currently are. So come find us.
Yeah, so refer a friend program. After you pump the first 100 gallons, we would get $25 fuel credit. And this is an RVer program that this company opened up to RVers.
Which is great. I mean, it actually has been a substantial savings.
Oh, huge savings. Last time we filled up, we saved
$55.
over $50, yeah. So there's the link. If you want to learn more information, that's the link to their website that has information, and it also has the application.
Please add right after that to refer my name.
Yes.
Moving right along.
And if you want some information, more information on it, real information from other RVers, they do have a Facebook page, and a lot of people will have questions up there that they answer. And they actually have a couple ladies that are up on Facebook all the time answering questions, so they're very responsive. What happens basically is you get this big discount, and every fuel stop is going to be different based on their negotiated rate. But what happens is it's linked to your bank account. So some people are nervous about that, and they will open up a separate banking account for things like this. But we haven't had an issue at all. I mean, it's a legit program, no issues. So it just debits right out of your checking or savings account within 2 or 3 business days after you pump. But they have a really cool app online. As soon, like yesterday, I think it was when we fueled up. As soon as we were done and we pulled out, I looked at the app and it already had our bill of sale on there and our discount of what we had saved. And it shows you what's going to come out of your checking account or whatever. And it came out of our checking account, I think, 2 business days later.
Yeah, what she said.
Rich Limo says you forgot to check the TPMS sensor.
No, Rich, I actually, unless the video cut out, I checked the monitors again and it was picking it up. So I didn't have to check it. So the video feed must have fell off, and because I did say that. But thank you.
People are saying nice setup with the Tesla and trailer. Richard Fentaires Jr. says, I assume you guys are not going to the Our Village rally in Live Oak. No, we are not.
Live Oak, California? No.
I don't know where Live Oak is.
I think it's California, but we're in Texas. We're going to Texas.
Well, there might be a Live Oak, Texas, for all we know.
I think it's California.
Kyle is checking in. Hello, safe travels. Brad says Loki's coat has really darkened this winter. Yeah, I think it's darkened a little bit, but lucky us, it started our shedding season. That's been fun.
Not.
Brush him at least 3 times a day, and we still get a small dog off of him. I think he's going back to get water.
He's been brilliant, though. He's really, really come a long way.
Yes, he has. Brad also says, lucky he didn't roll in the manure. Yes. Although he did spot it before I did. As we're walking along, you know, his nose just goes, whoop. Oh, what you doing, bud? You going on your chair?
He misses us.
Hey, buddy. You can go sit on your chair if you want. Oh, he got his ducky.
Oh, no. He's playing with his ducky.
Yes. You got your ducky. Yep, he's laying down right there.
Show everybody your ducky.
He's laying down in the middle of the floor. Oh, now he's getting his elk antler.
He's kidding. That's what that bang was. He's got an elk antler that he chews on. That's what that bang was.
We've got a basket right here.
Behind Brenda.
Like a soft rope basket that all his toys and everything are in. And he just gets what he wants. Now he's got his ducky again. He's backing up.
He's going to show everybody the ducky.
There you
There
go.
it is.
Good boy.
Loki, show everybody your ducky.
Get your ducky. Here's the ducky. Here's the ducky. Okay, come here. Over here. Yeah.
I don't need him deciding that, hey, it's time to play with Daddy.
Yes. Good boy.
Daddy and Loki wrestle.
Yes.
I should pull out some video from the security footage from last night. He was on our bed in the back, and I gave him the command to.
Don't say it now.
To grab, but we do it in German. So the command is grab, and you know I go in a fighting stance, and oh my God, I just happened to be up here, and I had my protective gear on. I had picked it up without him looking, and I turned around, and he was on the bed, and I put myself in the stance, and I said the magic word. He launched off the bed, came. I actually said as he's coming at me, "Oh shit!" I mean, he was like, "Yeah!" It was like a linebacker, and he hit me. I mean, he hit me. He was having so much fun, not in a mean way. It's a sport. It's a fun wrestling. It's play.
And he also knows when to stop.
And if I say release, he immediately releases and sits. So, but yeah, we just started getting into to wrestling around and doing some more aggressive play. But only with the understanding that he understands, and I wouldn't do that with him until I knew he would respect the release command or the no command or whatever. That comes first.
Or the ouch, stop,
or
stop
the ouch,
now.
stop hurting me. You know.
Okay, so Live Oak is in Florida.
Oh, I really screwed up then. No,
there
we're not
might
going
be
there.
a Live Oak, California, just like there's a Rochester, Minnesota, Rochester, New York, Rochester.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, we're not going to Florida.
But no, we're not going there. Arnie says if we're heading to Jellystone, Loki will really enjoy the new large dog park.
Yes, we were there when they were just putting it in. Thank you to Ronnie and Ginger Bauer, who finally took our advice.
Now he's got his elk antler. Good boy. Would it be easier if I do this? Let me do this.
Yeah, with a 70-pound German Shepherd Siberian Husky mix sitting below your feet, you usually have to put your feet on the dashboard. On the diesel?
As far as the diesel, we top them off.
The coach, much as it'll, and the clicker clicks, the hose shuts off, you're full. Don't try to put more into it.
Don't try and top it
because
up,
there's a hose in there that's like this, and or there's a hose that comes up, and so when it clicks, you don't want to try to fill that. So we want to make
enjoying all the great information. Can you please turn the camera around for the scenic view of your travel?
You can go to
outsideourbubble.com, which is our. No, we cannot do a side-by-side.
Click on live cam. You'll see a front camera view. Actually, a GPS tracker showing you exactly where we are in real direction. Okay, so we're only as good as our data allows us to be. We know in this area of Texas, which is out in the middle of hill country, out in the middle of nowhere, we have spotty service. It's running. I have 5 jetpacks running. So we're doing all we can to keep the best signal going. The 3 WeBoost signal possible. So that was a case in point. We just got cut off because we lost signal. And because we're in a hilly mountainous region, we are getting cut off time and time again because radio frequencies do not travel through Earth.
Kevin Latour says, come on, you need more jetpacks. Or was it scrolling backwards to the floor? They've checked in many times before. They said, we're just outside of Fredricksburg at Buckhorn RV Resort. We've stayed there before. That's down in Kerrville. I was able to get the Safety Plus installed on my Power Glide.
Oh, great.
You're always welcome to stop by and check it out.
Have you been able to drive it since then? And how'd it go? Because I really don't have any issues with our Power Glide chassis and stability. I know the Safety Plus is for blowout, to help a front end blowout. I totally understand the benefits of that.
Rick T says, have we heard from Corey in the last few live drives? He checked in yesterday, actually. He checked in when he was on his lunch break working. So yeah, he has been here. Kevin Latour.
Construction questionability on every motorhome, 5th wheel or Class A.
Travel trailer.
To tow, to have the vehicle we want to have behind. We don't want to have to drive a pickup truck. Brenda doesn't necessarily like pickup trucks.
Well, yeah, some of them. I mean, I've been in some that are just really big and boxy, and I just would not feel comfortable driving them.
So as you may be able to see, we're going through some really mountainous kind of settings here, and this is why the signal is going in and out on us. Pretty, but it doesn't do very well for the 4G connection. Even boosted.
Latada's checking in. Thanks for the drive, and of course, I'm enjoying the company and conversation.
We try. I was just thinking Kevin when I said that. I try.
Brad says, y'all have the best live cast I've ever seen. We know you do everything anyone can from remote locales.
We try. Again, we try. And we don't do it for a living. We spend all this money on communications gear, and we do this just for the fun of it.
Yeah, but David's a big techie, so he enjoys it.
Yep, I guess. But look at the mountain regions we're in here, kind of, and this is Texas, y'all. So
yes,
for those of you who don't know, Texas is not all flat.
This is the hill country, and the part that we actually love is the hill country.
Look at that. Woo-wee! Look at that view. Well, can't really tell camera-wise, but boy, is it a view that's going out for miles and tens of miles. Hey, if you're just finding our channel and everything, please click subscribe. It'll take a second there and click sting, clang, clack, clack, click, subscribe. One of those things. Just make a sound when you do it, and if you click the little bell icon, also you'll be alerted whenever we go live or whenever we upload a new video. This will be our last live drive until we leave for Burleson, Texas, which will either be a week from now, next Saturday, or
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. We're not sure yet.
Kevin getting back to the fifth wheels, he says, we were just disappointed in the finishes
Oh, yeah, we were talking fifth
of the mid to lower end coaches. Why are they looking? Oh, of the lower end coaches. That's why we are looking at fifth wheels now.
Yeah, fifth wheels. What you lose in fifth wheels is space, storage space, I should say.
Storage.
Yeah, you don't have any of the basement area that the Class A's have. So so if you're going to full time in it, that might be a concern because you don't have the storage space. If you also have to have a pickup truck, and if you don't mind a pickup truck, that's fine. Whenever you get somewhere, you always have to disconnect so you can use your vehicle, which is also fine. But understand it takes a lot longer. We can literally, if we were flat towing, we literally can close up and get out of somewhere in as little as 15 minutes. And that includes connecting our tow vehicle when we flat towed. So we literally can close up, get everything, because we've had to do that in the past where there was a big storm coming and we were told to get out. And so we know we can do it, and we're pretty proficient at it. You can't do that with a fifth wheel, that's for sure. It takes time to get all connected and stuff like that. But in any case, that's not a concern. I mean, fifth wheels are great machines. There's a lot of interior space visually and very high ceilings, but not a lot of storage space. If you're going to look at fifth wheels, I'd look at the Van Lee line, the Van Lee product line. Van Lee is Van is the son of Bob Tiffin, and Lee is
the
grandson of Bob Tiffin, and they started the Van Lee fifth wheel line. Very nice machines. In fact, I just did some work on one for Terry, our neighbors we were parked next to in Fort McDowell. They had a brand new Van Lee, and I had a few issues, just like everybody else will. And I went through and corrected some of those issues to help them out.
Fresh your YouTube notifications. YouTube.
Only on a live drive, we've been 70, 80, 120. This could be why people aren't getting the notices that we're live. Either that or they don't like us anymore. Again, we're in a bad 4G area out here. As you can see right now, we're in the hill country of Texas.
We have done everything possible to get the signal.
Yeah, everything that we're possibly going to do. We're waiting for Starlink satellite to go online so we can get Starlink service. Then we won't have that problem ever again.
Yeah, Kevin Latour says, hey, pickup trucks, LOL. But some of the fifth wheels look really nice.
They do.
You've been looking at I've been looking at the Van Lees, just not finding a floor plan I'm completely in love with from them. And that's the key, is the floor plan.
Yep.
And everybody lives differently, so what might work for one person might not work for how you want to live. So, there's people up on Facebook and stuff that say, oh, what's the best, coach out there, or the best fifth wheel out there? And you can't really answer that because everybody's needs are different and the floor plans are all different.
Just don't buy one that has a TV in the kitchen.
Oh, that is so stupid. A TV in the kitchen. I've seen one with a TV right next to the wall, on the wall that's right next to the gas stovetop. It's like, how stupid is that? And the couple people that I know that have one that's like that have never used the TV because it's just in a useless area.
People make the mistake of going to RV shows, and they go into the RVs and they're just overwhelmed. Ooh, factor, and they buy without thinking about usability. They're like, oh, look how pretty this is, and the salesmen don't help with any of that, by the way.
No, they just want to sell.
Of course. And so people get sucked into the ooh and ah factor, and they don't realize what they bought until after they lived in it for a month or whatever and used it a few times. Then they're like, what the heck were we thinking?
Yeah.
A little late now.
Yeah, Kevin Latour says, totally agree about the TV in the kitchen. Brad says, I remember when Grandma would watch the microwave like a TV. That's true, yeah. And Brad says, bring on Starlink. Can't wait for the next leap in connectivity. Vonnie Man says, what's Starlink? Well, if you're not sure what Starlink is, you need to Google it because
A little company called SpaceX
yes.
is putting up a very large cluster of low Earth orbit satellites that are just for communication.
And we're talking
Data communication.
thousands of satellites.
Yeah. And you'll be able to get reception basically anywhere. And it'll be faster than 4G speeds.
Richard Fentress Jr. says, what do you think of the Tiffin 2020 Allegro Bus 35 CP? It's on a Power Glide chassis.
No idea.
Yeah, we haven't looked, they haven't come out with a floor plan that really suits our needs, so we don't look at them to review them.
We don't go to
or
RV
anything.
shows.
Yeah.
We don't go to RV shows, so we're not looking at RVs. And wow, look at that semi. And
Yeah,
that semi is all over the road. And
See, this is why you never want to be too close.
yeah. And Tiffin, the Tiffins know what we want in a floor plan for our next motor coach, so we're waiting. Right now, they don't have a floor plan that we would take over the one we have now. A 45-foot floor plan, I should
Yeah.
say.
And you know, what we have suits us just well. And
And then some. We got more.
we've been
our
in this
coach-
coach for 6 years, and we're going into our 7th year in March. And we love it still.
Yep.
And it's still, to us,
We have more in this coach than new coaches have because
Oh
of
my
the tech
God.
I put into it.
And even the storage, some of the storage, the cabinets in this coach
Are so much bigger.
are so much bigger than the newer coaches because they cut down on the cabinet space, the actual size. And people with the newer coaches come into ours and they're like, oh my God.
You
we
got
have-
so much space.
We have in our cabinets over our couch, they are so deep. I have a giant toaster oven. It's a big one. That's actually we use for our oven, and we can air fry and everything. So it's a big multi-purpose oven. I've got that sideways in the cabinet.
That's above the couch.
That's above the couch. Yeah. Brad says, talk about the cloud. Just hope it doesn't become Skynet. Yeah. Kevin Latour says, I like the front.
I know.
Yeah.
I look-
Still trying to figure it out. Jay Lee's checking in. Says, dog fed, tees on, let's travel.
Okay. We are traveling.
Is this the semi that was...
This is the semi that's going, yeah.
Yeah, let's get around him. It makes me nervous.
Okay, accelerating.
Good thing is we're going to be going downhill right here. So.
I think that tire went offline again.
Yeah.
It's probably a low battery situation.
guy doing that's making him go off the road? No idea. He didn't seem distracted. He's just sitting there smoking a cigarette, driving down the road. Maybe he sneezed.
And this road just goes on as far as the eye can see, straight ahead, just straight.
Mac is checking in.
Hey, Mac.
And he says, you know, DMB, last few days I just play in 2 RV sale sites and found a few 2015 45 LPs. Using your comments about floor plan, we find the logic part of that indeed. Thanks.
Yeah, that was the last year they made the 45 LP was the 15.
Yeah, it's a shame. People love this floor plan.
I did a couple years back. I did a 360-degree photograph of the interior of the coach, and we put it online on the Tiffins group, and we had people going, "Oh my God, is that a new Tiffin? I love that new floor plan." It's like, no, it's not a new floor plan. But they were
sorry to disappoint you.
It had
they think it's new.
We lost connection. Yeah. So again, we're going in and out with data, just so you know. So, oh well.
It is what it is.
So we're 47 minutes away to our fuel stop. So what I think we're going to do, because we've been talking for a while, unless you got any questions there or anything left.
Nope, nobody else is chatting.
Okay, since we're out in the middle of nowhere and our internet's spotty anyways, what I think I'll do is I'll stop the feed for now. Just make sure you click the little bell icon and make sure you're subscribed to us. And when we go back live again, we'll go back live on this same video feed. We'll pick it back up when we get closer to our fuel stop, and then we'll take on fuel, and then.
Well, after the fuel stop is that big dead area.
Oh, then it's the dead area.
And then that's the back hill country that we go up. So we might not go live until we get into Fredricksburg or something.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
When we get off of I-10 and get on to
290.
290. Yeah, when we start going on 290, that's all back country, and there's cell phone services like data services like nil out there. So we're gonna lose, the signal a lot compared to even what we're doing now.
So one quick question, Jason says, do you ever play a full drum set?
No. I don't. I just play the cajon.
Cindy and Bill are checking in. Hello guys, greetings from Peace River.
Peace.
And Brad says, oh dang, don't stop now. John says, hi David and Brenda, we stayed at Van Horn back in January 2017. On our way back, he said, we met you at your Arizona park before we went to the 2019 quartzite party.
Lost the connection, or it's slow. Okay.
Park before we went to the 2019 quartzite party.
Ah, okay. That was a good bash.
Yeah.
That was the one that told us not to do it anymore. That many coaches, that many people trying to keep people entertained. It was funny, just at the Van Horn where we just stopped for the night, we had two other OB outside our bubble. And two of them So we keep losing data, as you can see. We're going to end the stream at this point because we know where we're going into. It's going to just get worse and worse. And so we're going to end this broadcast. And you can try to follow along on our travel with our OutsideOurBubble.com. We have data that will stream. We're just going to get in worse and worse data situations going forward. Spent with us today. And if you are not a subscriber, please be so kind. And it's great to have the subscribers and know that people like what we're doing. So other than that, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and down there is Loki, who's passed out.
Yeah.
So he says goodbye too. Did you hear that? He said goodbye. And we're going to be going to Fredricksburg, Texas, where